Good morning, Professor. Let's see. It is early in the morning. I think it's before 7. Been up early. I didn't realize I was supposed to do this last night, so it's gonna be late. Sorry about that. Um, I thought it was Saturday. Maybe I'm off somehow. Let's see. This week, a lot of this stuff is starting to make sense. Really. I mean, it's pretty cool how I'm getting a good grasp of this period of time in the world. The Mongol Empire and the Hindu empires to the south. I guess the question I had is when the English, and I know that's kind of jumping, maybe that's out of the context of our class, but yes, my thought is, how is it possible for India to be so dominant Hindu and yet have this vast empire that was Muslim? It just seems odd. Um, when I realized the size of the empire and the class, it's over half of it India and Pakistan at this point. I mean, it looked pretty big and it caught my attention. I mean, I know you explained in class, but how is it possible such a small minority to dominate such a huge Hindu majority? Not sure what the ratio was back in those days, but I mean, today I think if you look at Pakistan and India, that probably is 1 to every 8 or 1 to every 10 ratio. That's a lot more Hindus than Indians than Muslim population. So just kind of my question is very general. Was that the ratio back then? Was that big of a difference? Um, let's see. Then after we got the Ottoman Empire, which really um, the main, I guess on that one, the main thing that I wonder is, um, did the Turks inherit gunpowder from the Europeans, or how do I explain this so I can understand this? The, did they use gunpowder, and were their military up to part with the Europeans? That's pretty much. I mean, I know they had a vast empire. Was it because the military was superior in par or better than the European armies of the time? Or is it because they were more efficient with the way they ran their government, and that allowed them to have a bigger, wider empire? Just kind of curious about your feedback on that. Um, and as far as the Chosun dynasty in Korea, I'm sorry, the Yi dynasty in Korea. Um, I guess something that I never really, or maybe I didn't even get in classes. How did it? How was it that Korea became so um, unique when compared to China? I mean, the Chinese are such a huge population in the area, and yet the Koreans in the peninsula managed to just retain their own very specific and different, I guess, ethnicity in a way, because they even look different in some of the other Chinese, but their culture seems to be significantly different. I mean, I know you said during this period that's when it happened, but I'm just kind of curious if the geographical area, the fact that we're encircling the peninsula, did that help isolate them from Chinese influence? Or are there some kind of mixture between Japanese and Chinese? I think you mentioned that in the lecture. Just kind of your general idea why was it that Korea was so insulated? And that's pretty much it. Thank you for everything. It's been a very good educating semester. I honestly learned a lot. Holy cow. A lot of reading, but I've definitely learned a lot. That's what we come here for. So I appreciate the time. Hopefully we do well in the class, and then I guess we'll keep in touch. I'll see. Maybe I'll have you for another class down the road. Probably not, because I think I'm done with my world history classes. So either way, thanks for the help, and I appreciate everything you did. And it was been, like I said, a very interesting and educating and fascinating class. Have a nice evening, and enjoy your Christmas. And I guess we'll see each other, or we'll talk to each other sometime next year, hopefully. Bye.